Hello, and good evening, everyone. It's been a few days since the last time I was online working on this challenge, building a DNS server in Zig. I'm back now. It was a quite a journey in the past few days. As you might have seen, that I'm a little bit behind on my schedule on publishing the notes. Since last week, there are some issues with YTDLP to download YouTube videos. They are currently working on it. The community has proposed something, and I needed that to download the latest recording of history in my head because there was a glitch in between, and I didn't want to trust the recording of OBS because it was two different files, but not necessarily the same thing that was streamed to YouTube. Anyways, it took me some time, actually up until 5 minutes ago, to finally wrap up all the subtitles. Also, my blog post is almost ready, so hopefully tomorrow I'm going to release the blog post of the previous three sessions that I had, and also the one that I'm going to do today. Uh, so last time I reached out to the stage that I had an almost complete requirement for this stage, which was the having a list of header questions and also answers. And the only feature missing to pass this stage was to have it compressed. I have 1 hour today. Let's see if I can deliver that. I just need to quickly check which query I had here. So let's start the program, and from here trigger it. Yeah, I was doing the FFmpeg conversion. You see the logs over here. Anyways, with that, I was crashing here because of the message I was receiving from the message I have in the cc.sh is the message that codecrafters is sending to my application to test it. And if I do nc like, I don't know which one is 127. Yeah, I think if I do this, I get both responses and question. I think in the previous video I had an idea of how the compression works here. The logic, I think, was quite simple. So anytime I was reaching to a pointer, compressed pointer, I needed to jump to the position that basically the actual domain value was written. Now that I think about it, I cannot do this with the current setup that I have, because here I'm taking in a chunk of the input value from the client, and I don't have any context about outside of that chunk, right? And this pointer is definitely pointing in to the outside of that chunk. So I think that's the first refactor I need to do. And yeah, close this one, go to main.zig. Right now I'm reading questions like this. Question append. how do I want to do this? I still like this logic where it can focus on one question at a time, but I also can have it inside an allocator. Go here, filter of type std allocator. I think this was the type, right? And the return type here doesn't need to be a struct anymore. It could be failure or ArrayList. Where was it? std ArrayList, right? Was the type std ArrayList of question, right? And I think that's it. Then I need to initialize my question and then the init. Okay. Yeah. So let's go up here. All right, and the return here would actually be, let's comment this out because I have to make sure I don't forget this. Return questions would be the value. Now what I need to do is basically redo this part. Right. So I need to get as input question. Actually, let's make it a count of view size, so I know the number of questions I need to read. Maybe also do this, right? And here then I do say count, so it reads that number of questions, right? And then for each question I do question parse. So I start from offset 0. And then let's remove this. And then what I do, remove this, bring this in here. So I have, while the offset is less than buffer length and the offset is not 0, That's still safe. And then increase it. Can I do it over here as well? I think that would be too lengthy. It's harder to read like that. Let's keep it as is, and then I just skip that amount of items. And then I have these. Right, basically I now have the offset that I need to read, and then I increase the offset. Okay, and then my question is equal to question dot name equal to name dot q type equal to q type. Like this, close this one, and here is, and withdraw, I mean buffer. I need to have a question start. First question start is offset, right? And then here I can say question start up until offset is the raw value, and then I append it. I forget about question offsets. Let's skip these for now. I append it here, I read all of them, and then like this. And question len is also not necessary here, at least now. So this is quite straightforward. What else? Let's, while we're at it, try to also add the or just let's make it work first and then get back to it. Let's not get ahead of myself. What I want to do is to have questions equal to question dot parse and buffer from 12 to received bytes. Q header, that's Q the count. And for allocator, it would be the allocator that I have like this. And forget about these. Right, so what happens now is I don't need any of these. Just make sure I remember, I'm going to still comment these out. I have a question length here, and that's it. Does this ArrayList provide? It but compile. I'm just not sure if it works. As no member allocator. I think it should be the capital one. Yeah, that's right. Consider using cry. Oh, now questions. Okay, maybe this is what I need. Up here. I'm right now doing that. Probably this is safer to do up here. Questions dot question. Yeah, go here. I just want the question itself to be and question dot length. So that doesn't exist. How about I'm looking for question. Wait a minute. This is interesting. Questions exist because this one is an array list. Can I do a view size here? Zig variable type size. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Zig documentation, yes. Do I have something? Yes, size off. The function returns the number of bytes it takes to store. Okay. Maybe to pop fn len and return usize, and the value for it is size of question. Is it possible? Wait a minute. Up here? No. This is not what I want. Yeah, this is not what I want. Because the name label, and the raw data size is not visible, no, or known. Okay, then in that case, I think I'm going to add it here, add view size. And down here, for len, I'm going to set it to name.len plus we are talking about number of bytes. Let's do this. Name len, yeah, and then hopefully it will be fine. Questions len also doesn't exist. For questions len, I was just calculating the okay. What I can do is thanks, Stefan. Yeah, I'm going to make it. Yeah, for the question length, I think input -12, so maybe just remove this and then receive bytes. Does it work? Yeah, I was adding 12 bytes to the question length, and the question length value is the raw data that I have. So in theory, this means that was received bytes -12 here, +12. They 12s cancel out, and received bytes length is what I need. Let's do one more time. Received byte length view size doesn't support field access. Oh, yeah. Received bytes is actually size that I had. Okay, now I have that. Another crash. What's happening? For question items, segmentation fault. Where is it happening? Over here. And I want to see what is inside questions. What does it print? Okay, having any and not doesn't make much difference. What I'm receiving. Line 79. Oh, up here is the problem. What's happening? I have an empty answer question factor when getting there. Did I have the question blank? No. Is it possible? Indexing is not possible. So what I'm wondering is what is happening here? I think that might be it, right? I'm allocating the memory. And deallocating it up here. Oh, yeah. At the end of this scope, this memory is being deallocated. I think that's the catch. So what happens? What should I have here? I need to have a array, which is of type std ArrayList of question. Then maybe down here I can return a usize. Okay, am I making a mistake? Yes, this should be over here. And then the return value, I would say let's for now return no, not offline. I want to send the offset. But offset, is it what I want? Let's set the offset. And then try let's call this one questions. You know what? Let's see how they implement this function. Receive from. It's taking a buffer. And returning the side. What I can do, the problem is I need the allocator when I do this. Type of this allocator. Actually, here I'm doing I don't think the array list is what I need to take in. Right. I have the allocator as a requirement. The function body. Right. I'm not sure if it's the correct pattern. But what if I do not deallocate it here, but after this, I do prepare questions, the init like this. Okay, this worked. I'm just not sure if this is the right pattern to do. If it works. To do. Is it a correct pattern to expect user to be allocate the memory? Alright, there is a very ugly type of. It's better now. So my function works. Now the only thing missing is still my first problem when I started, and that's the pointer. So I need to, here I'm just reading the first byte and then looping through. So I have one case where buff offset is equal to 0xC0, right? I would say if this happened, else this, right? If this happened, what would be? I think it will mess up all other things. Not necessarily, right? I still will have these according to the offset. Only the name. Oh, and I think there is a problem here. This should be question start. Did I miss it? Yeah, I'm not sure about my thing, but here it should be the question start, right? And then I have the question start. Okay. This should live here. Yep. And then if this happens, I still need to go there and do the kind of same action as what I'm doing here, right? If this happens, cos pointer is equal to buff offset +1, right? And let's just write a duplicate. I think it would be easier for me. While pointer is less than buff than and buff pointer not equal to 0, plus label length is equal to pointer, and then offset pointer is equal to like this. Yeah. And here name would be offer. Start equal to pointer. Like this, and it will be from question start to pointer, right? And regardless, I need to do this. Music, please. Cannot assign to constant. Yeah, I shouldn't do this. I'm still panicking on the second question, but the look is different here. Index out of bound. In question.zig line 37. What's happening here? Sprint. What do I need to print? Let's print these two values first. Question start and offset. So why the offset is going up like crazy over there? 228. And that's happening for the second question. First question is fine. Second question. And then why I think we expected the second question to be, I think I have the chat here in ChatGPT somewhere. Yeah, this is the one. Let's bring it over. So, cat cc, this is the one we are looking at, 1e something, yeah. Then we have abc, and the second one is where we have this, right? But and bool, how do you print the bool? I guess. And then offset. Yeah, I asked for bool. Let's see what we do without. And then run it. Okay, it's not considering it bool. But what is the value then? The value is 3. So I think we have maybe it's easier to count here. Yeah, 0 3 is the first byte, that's why. But my question is, why for the second question I'm not moving the offset? Wait a minute. What is the offset? Offset 0 is 3. Offset 31. Maybe it's better to also print that as a hex. Oh no, no. How can I? What is that? How I was counting it was 2 per byte, right? Every 2 bytes. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And here 2, 4, 6, yeah. This should be 19. Okay, then this third one starts here. I think I know now what I'm doing wrong. I'm just checking the first offset. That doesn't make sense. What actually matters is what is inside this. Let's keep it as a var for now. But inside here, I'm just jumping out. In theory, I should be only on the first byte of the question, right? So let's say I'm reading this first 12 byte, I don't care. Then I start here, I see a label 3 bytes, then 11 bytes. It's not 11 bytes, it's how long does it is it? It's, wait a minute, is it 11? I think so. $17, yeah, it's 17. The highest byte is 16, and then 1 over here. I need to practice more hex reading. So this is 17, then we have 17. Okay, then we have 3 DEF and 0, 0 finished. Right, this is where the first question comes in, read all of them up until you see 0, get out, right? And then here I can print the C print that? I don't know, I guess. And then here print name, right? And if I now run this, expected type U8 got zig print. There was something about prints here. Yeah. Yeah, FMT is what I'm looking for. Formatting numeric types. No. C format bytes into ASCII. BNO prints binary octal, star prints pointer, E floats. Yeah, of course. Should put this here to make sure you can find it. So the first name is extracted already, and that's fine. Then we go to 30. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time. It's a few more minutes, doesn't hurt. Then I finish this, I end up on this, and then I have these two values, and then I have 0, 3 again. So it was 3, 17, 20, 23, let's say 4, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I'm off by 2, let's assume, and then on 31, remove this, and here print the offset and buff offset the x of this. True. It never happens to end up here because the second time the question starts is to start with this. right, tries to read these, and then so what if here I say if buff offset equal to 0x is 0, then var pointer equal to and yeah, this is where I need to complete. I'm going to pause the stream here. I need to call it a day, but I think I figured out what's the problem. Inside this while loop, I just need to also consider the buffer, the pointer. There I can have what I need. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. If you spent any time on this, unfortunately I couldn't finish it on time. I needed to spend more time debugging. What I'm learning here is that debugging with print is not as effective as I like to be. I really need to spend some time to learn how to use a debugger with Zig, so I can have inline access to the context of the program. Anyways, that being said, have a nice evening. See you later.